My name is Georgia and I'm 11 years old.
And I'm Anya, and I'm 14. So, Georgia, how were you introduced to Stone Soup?
Well, I I loved writing poetry. When I first started writing, I was writing poetry mostly, and my mom was entering all my past poetry in these contests, trying to get me into stuff. And she entered me in Stone Soup without me knowing, because she just found it somehow. And then she told me about it. And at first I was like, oh no, you entered me in something, I'm not gonna get in. And then I got in, I got my poem published in it, and I was really excited. And I started getting the magazines, and I thought it was really cool how all kids could like get their art in any form published in this magazine. And then when COVID came, there were the writing workshop, and the book club, and
Mhm.
so I did those.
And then, as you mentioned, you've been published in Stone Soup in the
Yeah,
magazine last April, I think.
yeah,
Okay. What was it like to be published? You said that you didn't know that your mom had entered you for it, but what was it
I
like now?
yeah. Well, when I found out at first, before I was published out, like I said, I was really nervous, and I thought I wouldn't get published in. But then when I realized I got in, I was surprised and really thrilled. And I thought it was really cool reading all this stuff from other kids, and it was from all over the world. And it made me want to pursue writing even more, because it made me, and like it kind of motivated me to keep going, because it made me think that, oh, other people want to hear my writing, I should keep going with my writing.
And so then you mentioned that you've done the writing workshop and the book club. So, what do you think is your favorite part about the writing workshop?
Well, I lo- I like a lot of things about it. It's been first of all, it's been like a great thing to do, because like in COVID-19, I can't do a lot of my normal extracurricular activities and all that sort of stuff. And so it was like a fun way to do something in COVID-19. And it was cool meeting all these kids that were as interested as me, because most of my friends, they don't get writing as much as me. And I love having that time to write, because and having like a prompt, because like when you don't know what to write, it's good to have something to like motivate you to write. And
Yeah,
that's really cool.
definitely. And what about the book club? What do you like about that?
Well, I want to be, it's also been a fun experience in COVID-19, and I want to be an author when I grow up. So meeting authors has been really interesting, and it's been really useful learning about the writing process and all that sort of stuff. And it's also like expanded my reading knowledge, and I'm reading books that some of the time I wouldn't usually read, and like stepping out of my reading comfort zone. So
Yeah, that's always really great. I found the same thing for me with book club.
yeah,
Barely have picked up all of those books on my own. So,
yeah.
what's your favorite thing about writing?
Well, I have a very, I've had, like when I was younger, I had a very active imagination. I was always playing my games, and I never needed toys. I could just play with my imagination. And I find writing as a way to like show my imagination and show my games, kind of like my games to other people. And I also find it like an escape um, from reality. I can just write about stuff, and I can write about anything I want. I can write my anger down, and I can write my sadness down, and I can write about somebody like me or somebody completely different from me, and imagine I'm them. And I just,
Yeah,
yeah, I just love writing.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. So, your poem that was published in Stone Soup, do you remember what it was about or what inspired you to write it?
Um, so it's actually, so me and my cousin, who's younger than me, we when we were younger, we wanted to make this band together, and we were just writing songs. Well, he wasn't really writing songs, because he's not much of a writer. He was mostly just saying, oh, my friend is going to do this, and my other friend is going to do that. Like my friend Chase is going to play the drums and stuff like that. And I was writing songs. And the poem I wrote was actually meant to be a song, from a grown-up's point of view, a love song actually. And so I never intended it as a poem. I was just writing random songs, and it just came out of my, it just came like, it just kind of flowed onto the paper. I don't know. I was just trying to think of myself as an adult in love. And so, yeah, that's just how it came out. And I honestly didn't, my mom submitted a few poems to Sewn Soup,
Mhm.
and they kind of chose one to publish, and I did not think they would choose that one. I was always kind of embarrassed by that one because it wanted to be a love song, but yeah.
Cool. Yeah. And then do you feel like the writing that you do outside of school is different than the writing that you do in school? And how do you think they kind of like help each other, I guess?
Well, yeah, my writing outside of school is, it's like for fun, or it's for writing workshop now, or but my writing in school is usually it's like either something about history if we're learning about history, or if they just like say they're trying to get us to write poetry, and most kids in my school aren't into poetry like me, and so they're like really pushing us to write poetry, and I'm like, this is easy. And so the writing in my school is like a lot less like, I don't know how to just say it, like complex and thoughtful. Like I put all my effort into it, but it's like it's not it's not the writing that I would do because it's kind of easy, because like most of the kids in my school aren't writers like me.
Hmm.
But I think they help each other because like there are different ways of writing, because I don't usually write about history for fun, but it helps me think, like discover things about
Yeah,
history.
it's been great. Okay, so my first last question. Do you have any advice about writing to other kids your age?
Um, well, yeah. First of all, I want to say like writing is such an like amazing thing to do, and it all, and it can help you in so many ways. And writing down your feelings, and like anything like a journal or anything like that is it can help you in a lot of ways. And also writing doesn't always come like writing doesn't always come easily. People, you're going to experience writer's block a lot, but that doesn't mean you need to give up. You just gotta like get past the spot that's hard to write in, and like then you'll get to the spots you like to write in. And again, writing is such a fun thing to do, and I encourage that people do it.
Yeah, and then my final last question. If you could tell someone about Stone Soup, what would you say?
I would say that it's like a really really interesting and like a really amazing kind of organization thingy, um, where like kids can just share their own art. Kids around from around the world can share their own types of art, right? Like poetry, fiction, any stuff, things like that. And they can share it with other kids around the world and show people like how talented they are, and like show people, and like it's a way to show people things that like you don't know what to do with, but you want people to see.
Yeah, cool. So thank you, and then of
Thank
course thank you
you.
for doing this interview. And
Thank you for having me.
yeah, what's your school doing this fall? Do you know?
Um, we're starting all remote, and we're starting on September 10th. Uh,
Okay, yeah, that's basically what we're doing too. But and you're going to sixth grade?
yeah,
Yes. Okay.
yeah,
Well,
cool.
enjoy sixth grade and keep writing, of course. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll
Thank
probably see you tomorrow at book club too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. You're welcome.